Their aura is unequal.
Well, let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. Or whatever. And you make it a little more raspy, and I follow directions.
Their contents are legendary.
Like that little sheet you see is his concept drawing.
Their attitude is embraced. Tune in to one of the most up and rising kaiju-sized groups within our community. So go ahead and watch all of their creative content, including that of the Raw Attitude live interview, where they have special guests ranging from actors, directors, toy creators, artists, and many, many more. You can also find them on multiple of other social media platforms, ranging from Instagram, TikTok, X, Facebook. You could even sit back and watch your favorite classic monster movie and even watch us go through one of the most iconic games on Twitch. Featuring your hosts, Eric Stoll, Adrian Settle, Joe Myers, Samson West, Jordan Adorno. They are the Monsters with Attitude.
What's up, Kaiju family? Embracing nothing but attitude. Yes.
Can't hear you, buddy. For some reason, your audio's gone.
I can hear him. Yeah, I can hear him fine.
I think Eric's audio is gone.
I think you're the problem here, Eric.
My audio's gone?
Yeah, it's your audio.
Yes, your audio.
I tell you, it's the white man messing things up again.
Okay, well, at least I know I'm not crazy. Thank you.
Oh, you continue, Adrian. You don't let him bully you. Trying to hold us brothers down, Eric.
I can hear you.
Here we go.
Oh, my God. What a way to start today's episode of Let's Talk Raw.
Yeah. That was embracive.
Well, I guess, Eric, how you doing today after your audio issues?
For that shit, yeah, I'm doing better. I don't know why I was just talking to you guys just fine, and all of a sudden it just went away. So I don't know, but yeah, I'm doing good. It's first weekend of football, so I've been doing that all day. So yeah, been a lot of fun and lots to talk about. So
absolutely, and Lord knows, me and Eric have our fantasy football league with Monsters with Attitude, which I'm pretty sure we're both in some pretty tight matchups this week.
I think so.
Moving down to the man under Eric, Joe Mama himself, Joe Myers. Joe, how are you doing today?
What's up, playa? How you doing? You got me straight tripping, boo. Man, I'm good. I had a great weekend, had 2 days off, which I never get, which is amazing. So yeah, it's been a great weekend. Hung out with the family, hung out with the beautiful wife, a beautiful baby boy. Went to a convention yesterday, met some cool Power Ranger people. Yeah, it was a great weekend, good time, and I'm excited to chop it up about some Godzilla kaiju goodies.
Very nice, very nice. I saw the pictures actually before I got on, Joe, and I saw a friend of the show, David Fielding.
I did, and he gave me a hard time for not having him back on the show again. So look for that in the future. The legendary Zordon himself will make a triumphant return to the MWA. I'm not exactly sure in what format and how we'll do it yet, but I will work that out with him, and you could see him and maybe a surprise guest or two with him on the show that he said would be a great idea, and I agree with him wholeheartedly. So stay tuned for that.
Okay. That's awesome, Joe.
Wow.
And of course, the Puerto Rican prince himself below me, Jordan O'Donnell. Jordan, how are you doing today?
I am doing pretty good. Work was a walk in the park. I'm gonna repeat the words given to third shift officer Billy. He's like is like stealing candy from kids. That's how easy today's shift was. And I was like, you know what? It followed all the way through first shift. So, but of course, I'm even more excited to be here because, yeah, there is a great amount of chunk of stuff to talk about.
A plethora.
Yeah.
If you will.
And Eric kind of brought up in chat earlier. It's always the weeks we have the monthly show where they want to drop all this Godzilla news all or nowhere. It's like, why? For what?
Yeah.
Where we are the rest of the month? Come on, guys, get it together. I guess before we get started, Eric, you want to go through the chat real quick, see who we have watching with us?
Sure. We got some of the faithfuls as always. Michael, what's going on? Good day.
Hello, Michael.
Hello, Michael.
And of course, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Nathaniel Plummer himself. What is going on? And what's going on, DJC? Another becoming very regular for us here, which is awesome.
Absolutely, yep.
Our moderator, Oscar, what's going on, buddy? Lewis, what's going on? Jordan's working co-worker and new friend of the show. What's going on?
Right.
What's going on? And Robert Kennedy.
Robert,
hey, what's going
up,
on,
buddy?
man?
Robert.
Long time no see. Awesome. Fanciest of cats, what is going on? Another normal, as always. And we don't talk about Chicago because they suck. Bears still suck, as always. You know. So yeah.
So I know we have a lot of kaiju news to talk about, but we had a very interesting Friday night SmackDown also this past week. Did anyone get a chance to catch it?
Dude, the original mommy has returned. I mean, that's all I have to say about that.
The original mommy.
She was my mommy before mommy. I'm sorry, but like she was it, man. So yeah, that was pretty exciting to see.
Yeah, it was. I was rushing to get back home after bringing Michelle to my in-laws. I was like, "Yo, girl, you got me all types of messed up because I'm about to miss SmackDown. I gotta see SmackDown." I came at the right time though because it was towards the end of John's and Sammy's match, so of course it's always a bonus to see the Beast.
Yeah, for real.
And then towards the end, just the overall build up to it was it had me at the edge of my seat. And I'll just leave it off with this. Welcome back, AJ Lee. It is truly exciting to have you back on board the WWE hype train.
Yeah, they're
Absolutely.
They're definitely clicking on all cylinders right now, getting these high-profile people back that only they could.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's pretty exciting, and honestly, it's Cena's run's coming to an end. He's only got a couple months left. That was I think officially his last SmackDown appearance that he's going to be on. So it's all going to be just Raw or Monday nights Raw or the PLEs kind of thing. So kind of. His time's coming to an end finally, and but it's honestly it's funny how a couple of his matches, especially his last two, he's playing homage to a lot of his old adversaries that he's wrestled against, and it's fun. It's fun to see that. I know Joe would hate to see that because they're literally doing people's finishers, and they're not finishers anymore, and we've already discussed this and whatever, but he's just paying tribute to some of those people that you probably won't have a chance to actually do a storyline with, do any kind of work with them anymore, obviously with them being in other promotions or just probably not just being scheduled to be some of his last opponents because they can only fit so much.
Or officially retired.
Yeah, you know, so you know, I guess it's all right to see that and whatever, and literally try to see him pull off these moves that he's never done before. It is kind of kooky at the same time, but but I get it. So,
Joseph,
I've just seen highlights. I mean, the return of AJ Lee's cool, but I mean, it doesn't really bring me back to the fold on a permanent style. I just, you know, WWE is arguably having the most financial success that they've had in a very, very long time, or probably ever. But I don't know. For me, there's just something missing that stops me from tuning in every week. I'm just not sure. I don't know. I hate to be that guy that's always like, "Oh, well, back in my day," you know, because I understand that AJ Lee return. I screamed, "Mommy is back."
Exactly, the OG mommy.
I just feel like that nothing matters, you know, like all like the wins, the losses, the moves. Everybody kicks out of everything. Finishing moves are now high spots in a match. I mean, people are doing shitty super kicks throughout an entire 10-15 minute match. It's a super kick is now like a punch, you know, and I don't know. I don't know. There's just something missing. And I don't know what it is, but I don't know. It's honestly, we have too much to cover for me to deep dive into wrestling right now.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest, that's why I'm so like hesitant or whatever. It's awesome she's back. I know that there's a lot of fans of Punk and AJ. I wish them the best, but it doesn't do it for me.
Yeah. Would you like to think that some of it could also be because of social media? So I feel like a lot of the magic behind pro wrestling that we grew up with, of course, we always compare it to now. It's night and day, and not only just watching it, like right now, but how we experienced it growing up. So much has been exposed out now to the public eye of what professional wrestling really is. That to me, it feels like it takes that charm away from what wrestling should stand for. But like Lou mentioned, I blame Triple H.
I don't. I highly disagree with you.
I know. Same thing. Like I feel like a lot of what for years I think we've always wanted Triple H to just grab it by the balls and do what we thought, you know, he would do better than Vince McMahon. And for me personally, he's been proving that. He proved that during his time being really invested in NXT. I would find it more enjoyable to watch NXT than it was Raw and SmackDown, even their pay-per-views, you know. But I mean, it's a night and day thing. A lot of people that come up to me like, yo, you still watch wrestling? Oh, I remember back in the day, yo, it was the shit, this and that, da, 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 da. And I'm like, yeah, well, you know what? Despite me watching wrestling now, I would not recommend anybody to tune in now because it is literally night and day. There's certain nostalgia factors that do hit at times, but nonetheless, it's like,
you know, I think it's too early to overall compare Triple H to Vince at this time.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact of the matter is nobody's going to beat Vince just because he did it for so long.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? Like, I mean, he brought it up to unbelievable highs, but also to unbelievable lows. I definitely think Vince was probably stale by the time that he was forced out. But there is something missing since Vince is gone. that attention to detail of certain characters or whatever. Now, again, that's a whole other long story, but like somebody just brought it up. I'm sorry, but Cena's heel turn was fucking atrocious. There was nothing good. There was not a single memorable thing except for the turn itself. Because that everyone was like, oh my gosh, what? Then nothing happened. Oh, I heard you guys. I'm back to being good 4 months later.
Yeah.
Like you as much as everybody was, oh, how do you beat the NWO? Why? Maybe don't. If you can't come up with an idea better than the NWO, why not reform it? I mean, it would have been better than what the hell we got. Like, or reform, or like, I don't know. I just, there's a lot, but I'm not getting into it now because I know we have a lot of other stuff to get into. There's something missing for me, and that's just for me. And I know that there's a lot of people that love what's going on right now, and that's awesome. I'm so happy for them. But like, for me as a guy who grew up watching the 90s, early 2000s stuff, it's not. I prefer back then, But that again, that's just me. More power to you if you love today's product. Awesome.
I just want to add one thing before we go on. I think the thing is that basically it's entertainment now. It's not wrestling. It's just entertainment.
Yeah.
It's. I mean, Lewis, you brought up a good thing about them bringing in I Show Speed. The YouTuber and stuff like that. That's all it is. Logan Paul, same thing. Like it's all about entertainment, getting the views, getting the spotlight on them, getting people to talk about it. It's not about wrestling anymore. It's about the wow factors. It's about this name, and that's what it is, and that's what people keep tuning in for. And I think that's what it's transformed into, and that's what kind of Vince wanted it to be, was more entertainment. That's why he started bringing in movie stars and celebrities and music people, like all that stuff. He was transitioning it. I think we're just taking it to a step further just because of social media and how everything is viewed. It's just kind of blown up into a bigger spectacle now. But that's it. I just wanted to add that. So,
yeah. All right, y'all ready to get into all of this freaking Godzilla news that we got over the last 2 weeks?
Let's do it.
Yes.
Let's do it.
All right. First up, we got the Goji Bus series. Eric, I believe you're the one that kind of shared this with us. Do you know what's the deal with this new line?
I don't know much about it, but I just know it's a new Bandai line that it's really small figures, and kind of like what they always do, they just kind of bring out a new line to kind of reinvigorate toys and collecting, and just kind of more things that they can throw at people to collect. I think these are going to be, maybe 5-inch, maybe smaller inch figures. A little bit of articulation, but they have a cool array of different characters that they're going to have. And then some of them actually come with little extras, honestly, which is kind of neat, kind of different. We don't usually see that kind of stuff, maybe except from like the Marmot Parababy line. We got extras, obviously, X Plus Ricks. We will get sometimes little extras for the Rick feature. But like accessories and all that stuff, it's just really weird. Like this one, what does that got to do with each other? You got Mothra, Kamacuras, and then you got the Chakras. That has nothing to do with anybody whatsoever. It's probably because they're smaller figures and they're just kind of throwing it into a pack kind of thing. Same thing with the Mothra and the Kiryu weapons. Makes no sense, but there's this one. I mean, I know me and Joe have talked about this, and we're trying to figure out exactly what this is from. If this is from that promotional magazine that we saw, Leather Daddy guy again getting all these guns and everything. I think that's what it's from. But this is just kind of a weird one to throw out there because nobody's ever tackled this before in toy form, which is really different, really weird. I had a suspicion that maybe this will be into the new short that's coming up. Maybe just kind of my a little secret there, maybe. Who knows? Maybe I'm way off. I don't know, but it could be. But yeah, it's just I don't know, another toy line that they just throwing out there that they just want to sell and make some money. Obviously, they got cool colorways, but I mean, it's not for me. I'll say not for me. I will not be focusing on this, but more power to you if you like it. But yeah, that's all I really got for that.
Okay. Joe, I know you kind of collect just about everything that's Godzilla related, but are these piquing your interest any, or just probably a line you might skip yourself also?
The green Gigan with the Gatling cannons definitely, sent the antenna up for sure. I was like, oh, that's different. I kind of like the different colors and stuff. Honestly, this isn't going to be like a must-have, like pre-order right away type thing for me, but it'll be something where, excuse me, if it does get released in stores, or if you see it like at G-Fest or something, or a convention for, a relatively decent price. Like, I don't know. Do we have the price, or did we say, maybe I missed that? If they're, I don't know, 10, 15 bucks each, something like that. Sure. I'll pick them up. 20 bucks each. Sure. I'll pick them up. But, if it's just another line that's going to cost, $40 or $50 a piece, I don't see myself pulling the trigger on it. But more Godzilla is best Godzilla.
What about you, Jordan?
These remind me a lot of the Ultraman Spark dolls we used to get. I mean, that we still are getting. And I think that was the intention behind these. It seems to me that there's some type of gimmick. I mean, I'm going based off of the YouTube videos that have been out already promoting these figures originally announced. I love the new color waves, these specifically. Mind you, I know we're only covering like a decent chunk of them, but there will be other characters coming into this line as well, such as Little Godzilla, Burning Godzilla, of course, and -1 Godzilla. But yeah, I'm excited for these. These look really, really cool. I love the flames on Kiryu and Mothra right there, and that neat color scheme for Hedorah. So yeah.
Jordan, could you explain what the Ultraman Spark dolls are?
So what the Ultraman Spark dolls are, normally what you would see in like right underneath the soles of whatever figure it is, they would have some type of gimmick going with either like another gimmick toy, like a weapon or a scanner. Whenever the host would transform into Ultraman, they would have like this little barcode area where you would put your figure on and it would scan it and have like a nice little bio to it. You could be like, you have a Gamora Spark doll, scan it on the other figure and it will have like a Gamora sound effect, a little bit of bio of Gamora, and so on and so forth. There's multiple different varieties of within those Spark dolls. Sometimes it's just sound effects, or like if you download some type of computer app, it will be part of some type of mobile video game or whatever. It's more of like a QR code scanning right below the feet type of figure. Again, the varieties are so different. You could use it for whatever it is that the figure is actually meant to be used for. But yeah.
And correct me if I'm wrong, aren't they like about 5 inches tall?
Yeah, they're small figures.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, they're like very, very small. Not your typical 6-inch. I'd say anywhere between 5 inches or slightly less than that. Joe, you asked about the price points for these. Some of them, I guess majority of them, would cost at, I'll tell you right now, at between $6 to $7, whereas to other ones that are more exclusive or I guess more unique in a sense would turn out to be like somewhere between $7 to $8. Like I know the Gigan and Rose Violante would be at a $1 more price point. Whereas everything else would be like somewhere between $6 to $7.
I mean, for that price point, for sure, I'd pick them up. I mean, that's that's such a cheap thing. It's like absolutely, which is it kind of should be. If they're reminiscent of the Spark dolls, then they shouldn't be $20.
Absolutely, yep. And so this set right here, I know that they're selling this set as like a whole thing, $30. Mind you, I don't know if it's just pertaining to these four because there are other exclusive figures in this line, so I don't know if it's just all of them. But yeah, like I said, the price point, it's decent enough for me to want to get them. But yeah.
One thing I want to address very quickly, Lewis actually said something. They need to start creating different kaiju. I'm getting tired of the same monsters. Honestly, I think that is pretty much widely agreed upon a lot of the Godzilla community. It's as much as we love these monsters, Mothra, Hedorah, Ghidorah, Mechagodzilla, etc. There's a lot of monsters in the Toho vault that haven't shown up in a very long time that they could start bringing back, but also like start creating a new monster per film. If you're still going to bring back the same ones, start throwing us in, a new monster, because it's, I mean, what's the Godzilla roster? 20 or 30 different monsters, like where Ultraman has 20 or 30 different monsters per season. Like we need to start going back into the archives of some of this concept art for used monsters and tweak them or whatever and use them for new monsters, because it is getting kind of boring with the same old stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. And not even just other monsters, even different versions of Godzilla, because but I'm assuming that this one that's on the screen is probably 89.
Well, it says right there, it says 91.
91? 91. Okay, yeah, you're right. It said that's in 91. But yeah, I mean, we usually get the same versions of Godzilla. We always get a Heisei Godzilla or the original Godzilla. Like, give us some 65, give us some 73, give us those weird incarnations of Godzilla we don't get every day also to kind of help branch out with the Godzilla lore as well.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Or even, bite the bullet and permanently, but don't license, buy the rights to Godzilla the animated series, buy the rights to the Hanna-Barbera show. Like, you don't have to license them, just bite the bullet and buy these, buy the Dark Horse, Bagora and the aliens and a Cybersaur and all Tarantula and all this stuff, like, and start incorporating them into your comics and movies and shows and whatever, and people will get acclimated to them and buy them. Like, there's a lot of things that they could use and they could bring to the big screen and to other lines of merchandise that, I mean, we've said this a million times, but it's it gets, as much as I love Ghidorah, like, it's stop bringing him back every 3 films. Like, he's not important anymore. Same thing with Mothra. She's not important anymore. Same thing with Mechagodzilla. Like, I love Yamazaki and I like the kaiju design, but like, holy cow, like, we're already getting a -1 Godzilla, like, already. You know what I mean? Like, come on, guys. Like, anything else, like, besides the same 4 or 5 movies rehashed all the time.
Yeah. That being said, we'll go hop on to the next topic, which will be the Jumbo-chan Godzilla. So, if I'm remembering correctly, Jordan, I think you sent this out, so correct me if I'm wrong. I believe this is going to be in the Funko line, correct?
Yes. So this is this is one of Funko's other lines that they just started coming out with, called the Jumbo-chan line. I think the first one that they did was Voltron. The second one was the Green Ranger. And I'm pretty sure there's another one that came before Godzilla. I mean, probably they could have also been a plethora of other ones that came out after Voltron. I'm just speaking on the ones that I'm aware of because of our fandom, being fans of both properties, such and such. But yeah, these are big Chungus figures, hence the reason behind the name Jumbo Chan. They're supposed to replicate 60s to 70s vibes of specific toy figures and stuff like that. Hence the reason why it's kind of stylized to look somewhere of that type of art style of toys or just TV shows and movies, animated. And of course, here we have Meguro Goji.
Okay. Will you be picking this up, Jordan?
I am going to pick this up. You guys know I like my little Funkos in my collection. Collecting a multiple variety of IPs from wrestling, Digimon, of course, Power Rangers, and obviously Godzilla. Godzilla has been on a roll with Funko, or Funko has been on a roll with Godzilla. And I knew that they were going to do a Godzilla Jumbo Chan figure. It was just a matter of when they were going to do it. And I remember on the road to New Jersey, and I saw this. It instantly caught my eye. I was extremely excited, and yeah, I can't wait. It is a bit pricey, though. I think the price point is, $230 or $250, if I'm mistaken. Yeah, these are. If I don't know if you ever seen the Green Ranger Jumbo Chan, Joe.
Maybe I haven't. I just don't recognize it as a Funko. But
it's a beautiful figure. They normally showcase these in like big conventions or big events. So yeah, this again, alongside with the Green Ranger, that is definitely something that is on my list to wanting to own. But this is between the two. This is my priority.
Right on. Yeah, I've never heard of these Jumbo Chans or Jumbotron.
I call it Jumbo Chan or Jumbo Chan. I don't know.
Yeah, I have not. I can't say that I've heard of them for again, unless maybe I actually have seen them and just not realized that it was a Funko. Maybe I've just never seen them in box. But yeah, I mean, that's interesting. I don't know if I would pull the trigger for 200 and some bucks. That's seems a little I don't know, ridiculous.
So it says right here from the description I wrote down on our post, it's 14 inches tall, and it'd be limited to only
1,200.
Yep,
1,200. I mean, that is what kind of makes it cool, the limited edition nature. But oh, okay. I don't know honestly if I've seen that before. If I'm being honest.
And of course, the box art sold me. I'm like, oof, that little chibi Dragon Zord in the background. You know, I'm a sucker for Dragon Zord.
Yeah, worst Ranger ever, having the coolest Zord ever. No, I look at this and I just pretend that it's Burai.
I mean, since it is promoting Japanese nostalgia, I guess I give you that. But either or, it's cool. Again, it's on my list of what I want to add into the collection.
Yeah, well, like you said, John, like Joe said, that price tag is just, whew, goodness. I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence on this one. But what about you, Eric? Are you debating on scooping this up?
No, I'm not buying this. I mean, it's cool box art. I'll give them that. That's really nostalgia, old time kind of Japanese art look to it. That's cool, but the figure is boring to me. There's not enough going on for it. If they would have the pose, which they have on the box, it would be a little bit more appealing. But just no, I'm not going to pay over $200 for a Funko Pop.
It is kind of boring, actually, Eric. That's actually kind of a
great point. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying anything about the suit or which one there. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the look of the Godzilla, the pose, everything is just kind of, it's flat for me. So more power to you if you like it and you get it, but just not my cup of tea. I'll just stick with the little guys.
Well, also, it's like on the box art, like if his mouth was open, the figure, I think I'd be more inclined to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see
exactly.
that. I can see that.
Could this also be leadway that maybe later on down the line we'll probably get a Meguro Goji Funko Pop figure? I mean, well, we already technically.
I mean, honestly,
did.
Well, yeah, technically we did. Yeah,
the all green one with the yellow teeth.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they need to do a regular color variant of that. So,
yeah, I agree.
Just want to shout out a new viewer here. So welcome, Tamara.
Tamara.
Hello,
what's going on? Just put that out there.
All right, so moving on, we're going to get into some more interesting news. Going to some hot.
He's losing control. He's losing control.
Okay, now we're back in. There we go. The new Hiya Monster X. Joe, I know how much you love Hiya, so I want to hear your thoughts first. What do you think of this new release from Hiya?
Man, they just keep impressing visually. I mean, I can't say I know too much about. I don't have many Hiya currently in my collection, so I can't say how they actually hold up or look personally. But from everybody I know that does have Hiya, it seems like everyone has been very impressed. The price point is amazing. It's literally like half the price or more, sometimes a third of the price of Monster Arts. So that alone just makes it so damn impressive. I am a huge fan of Monster X. I actually think this will be something that I pick up as soon as it comes out, or maybe even a pre-order. And it looks great. I love the shading. Very, very much so. Amazing.
Eric, I know you don't really articulate figures anymore, but what do you think of this release?
Shit, they keep doing this. I'm going to start collecting articulated figures. Good Lord, man! Like, if every single release looks like this, if their release looks like this promotional shot, I mean, this is a knockout. Like, I mean, this is perfect. Honestly, this is screen accuracy. Articulated figures for half the price. Like that's insane.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, kudos to them. I'm so glad that someone is kind of taking the reins from Monster Arts and be like, you know what, you guys are not the king anymore. Like, hold my beer, we are now. And they're really putting foot to ass, with these releases and be like, no, like we're the king of this mountain here. So I'm glad that they're doing this. They just need to get these releases out in a more timely manner. I'm sure there's stuff that comes up. I get it, with everything, but they just got to make sure they fulfill these orders, get them out on time, get people to really believe in them and to want to keep buying from them because they know it's going to come out when they say it's going to come out. So That's the biggest thing that they really have to get over is getting this stuff out in a timely manner, like they say. Other than that, they're hitting home runs, man, with everything. So, but yeah, I'm tempted even to get into this stuff, but I'm not. I'm gonna step back and I'm like, no, I'm not sticking. I'm not going. The only way I would get Hiya would be my favorites. Would be Titanosaurus, 89 maybe Godzilla, Mechagodzilla 75, get that whole trio Godzilla 75, kind of thing. I would get that kind of stuff, but I'm gonna stay away from everything else. But no, they're cooking, man. So let them cook.
Jordan, what you think?
No.
Okay, moving on.
No, it's the same thing. I'm done collecting articulated figures. So whenever I see them, it's just like, I'm not gonna lie. Some of them are nostalgic. Of course, reminiscing back to when I did have a good chunk of articulated figures, but yeah, it's just not my thing anymore. Hence the reason why I got rid of a great chunk of them. Some I still look back at, I'm like, damn, I wish I still owned it, but I made room for better stuff in my opinion. And I'm not gonna lie, the only one of the articulated figures I did not get rid of was the SH Monster Arts Monster X. I'm gonna keep that one alongside with my 8-inch Monster X, obviously. But no. It looks cool though. Looks cool.
I just want to answer a quick question. Lewis, you asked me. I don't mess with Monster Arts. Like Jordan, I collect Monster Arts heavy. I got everything that came out initially for their whole line. And then for, I don't know, 5 years or so, they didn't do a damn thing. They didn't release anything new. All we kept getting was just reissues and new colorways. And I was like, this is ridiculous. This is boring. And then just their quality control wasn't the greatest either. Issues here, issues there, joints, anything was super fragile. And it's just kind of like, oh, do I really want to keep going with this? And I don't believe in this company. And if they're going to start petering out, why do I want to keep collecting? I want to get out of it and get into something that really kind of draws me in, catches my eye kind of thing. So yeah, I like Jordan, I got rid of everything and I haven't looked back, honestly. I get an articulated figure every now and again. That if it appeals to me, I'll get it. But I will say the ones that I have now have all fallen short of what I thought they were going to be. And I'm kind of disappointed in them. So I really haven't gotten a really, really, really good articulated figure in several years that actually held up to like their promotional pictures, their promo stills, everything that they do. And it's just not the same. So I do not have a Hiya at all. So like I said, I'll get one when one of my favorites is coming up, but I might not see anything like that because the whole Showa licensing is a whole different thing that Hiya has to tackle, and Monster Arts has that license, so they would have to wrestle away from them. So maybe we'll see it in another 5 years or so if Hiya keeps going and their numbers keep growing with their sales. So.
And Lewis, to piggyback off of a little bit what Eric said, when SH Monster Arts came out, that was for us at the time something really, really big, only because we never had anything like that, and that was part of a huge algorithm. I just read his comments. It was a huge part of the community. Like, it became a crazy algorithm within our community. And it was a want. You were the cool kid on the block if you owned an SH Monster Arts. But just literally not gonna repeat exactly what Eric said, but he hit the nail of the coffin. Hence the reason why I gave up on them as well. So yeah.
I mean, granted, a couple of their new releases, like the 72 Godzilla, the Gigan, have been knockouts, dude. They're great. It's just not enough to get me back into it. And I don't want to just go down that line, I guess. And also too, like and it might be like an age thing on how you collect. Sometimes you just grow out of things. Like you'll start with something, then you'll grow out of it, or you might start with something and then you change your and then you just kind of stay away from it, and then you start collecting something else. Maybe you'll come back to it, maybe you won't, kind of thing. It's just, I don't know. I just kind of grew out of that look and feel and just those figures with all the stuff that I already said, and then just kind of went into something else, and I've never really gotten the affinity to go back to it, So, but I've done this for other lines, but I'll go hard on them, then I won't, and then I'll go back to them, then I won't. But this Articulated, I just don't do that. It was kind of one and done, and I'm done. So,
and SH Monster Arts price points now
are
oh my god.
Like for example, before we get too long on this topic, the Legion that is just coming out. You're like, granted, this thing is huge. It is ginormous. I've seen pictures comparing it to the Gamera. She's scaled perfectly how she should be, but this thing is ginormous. It's the price of an X Plus figure at $500 retail. That's crazy.
Gigantic.
That's crazy.
Gigantic figure.
Yeah, like I've seen a comparison of the boxes from the X Plus to the Monster Arts, and I kid you not, the Monster Arts is almost just as big as the X Plus, which is absolutely ridiculous. If you have that figure or seen it, that thing, she's a monster, and this thing is almost just as big, but the price point is so crazy. It's just like, are you really trying to sell to like collectors, or are you trying to sell to like that non-echelon of collectors where you're talking like statue type collectors and the real big money makers, but then you're not selling a lot, kind of thing. So,
people like Helmy.
Yeah,
that's okay. That is okay, man. It's okay if you haven't. It's not for everybody, honestly. Honestly, Monster Arts to me and Hiya is kind of like the new Bandai for kids. And kids go crazy over this stuff, and that's cool. That's what they should do. More power to them, because Bandai was our thing, and now Hiya and Monster Arts is this generation's figure. So,
All right, so even though, Jordan, I know you don't collect articulated figures for a very specific reason, obviously we had to get this in there of the Hiya Behemoth. Jordan, I know you're not going to get it, but what are your thoughts on Behemoth?
It's beautiful. No, but it's we all know, out of any of the original, Titans added into the Monsterverse, Behemoth, or who I would like to call Manny from Ice Age, is the highly praised amongst the rest monster in the entire Monsterverse. So any type of form of figure, I will always push forward the envelope for anybody to try to get it. I mean, same thing even for the previous one, Monster X, because like Joe would say, more Godzilla is the best Godzilla, and that is true. But for Behemoth, like, I'm still waiting on and hoping that one day we get a Bandai, which I feel like this is a missed opportunity, a Bandai movie monster series, Behemoth, alongside with, all the other Titans that came out in 2019, or even up until now, like all the new Titans. So of course, you guys know, for obvious reasons, there is a connection between Behemoth and myself, just the overall inspiration behind the character, hence the reason why I'm such a huge fan. But yeah, nonetheless, this is amazing. I remember seeing somebody's review on, believe it or not, I watched a figure review of the Hiya Kong figure, and I'm talking about the newer one, and there were a lot of impressive features on that figure, including the texture of the fur. Just the overall detailing, it made me go, wow, this is actually pretty cool. So I see those exact same features here with Behemoth. So to anybody, and I'm only looking at Oscar because we all know he is an articulated simp. I can't wait to see this in hand because, wow.
What about you, Joe? I'm not too sure how you feel about Behemoth, Joe. So I'm curious about what you think about this release, also.
Pretty much stands, about what I always say about Articulated with Hiya. They're knocking out of the park. It looks fantastic. I hope once executed, it holds up like excuse me, like their quality holds up like we're all hoping it does. Because I think that is one of the biggest things that one of the biggest anchors around the neck of monster arts, excuse me, speaking for myself personally, it's the number one reason why I got out of collecting them. They fall apart with the smallest touch. So I hope Hiya continues to do that, and I hope they continue to come out with these monsters and kaiju and titans that we don't always get in other lines. I think that's really cool, and it's an avenue for collectors to get things that we're not seeing in maybe some other lines, which is really cool. But also it makes me optimistic that if there's companies out there doing some of the more obscure ones, that we're going to continue to get the obscure, and that maybe one day we will travel far enough down that rabbit hole to get some of the real obscure ones.
Yeah, for sure. Because, like you said, Joe, we don't get a lot of different kaiju like this in other lines, and the fact that Hiya's even trying to tackle some of them now, hopefully they'll continue down the line and give us some new kaiju that we don't get that much of. Eric, even though I know your stance on articulated figures, also, what do you think of Behemoth?
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's not my favorite original Titan, but it looks great. Again, Hiya's knocking out of the park, and hopefully it all goes good. If everybody likes it, or if you do like this character, make sure you buy it, because they're only going to make this stuff if we buy this stuff, kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So just make sure you're doing that if you like it. But yeah, there's others of the Titan categories that I would prefer over this one. So looks great, but not for me.
I'm curious, who's your favorite Titan?
From the Monsterverse?
Yeah, the original Titan.
Oh Jesus! I really like Warbat. I think he should come back in a little more of a prominent role. I think his design was really cool. I do. What's her name? Jesus.
Tiamat.
Yes, thank you, Tiamat. I do really like her. She's a cool design also. I would prefer those two over Behemoth more so. So.
Okay. All right, and then we'll go ahead and move away from Hiya and get into the new Bandai. The new Bandai figures that got announced pretty recently. I want to say last week. So of course we have Eric's second favorite design of Godzilla, as well as mine, 1989, with a Super X2. With God, I already have Super X2, but I might just get this just for the Super X2. And what do you think of this release with this, and as well as with the Mecha King that's also being released with this also? But not with this, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, this looks great. I love that it's closed mouth. I think that's kind of the staple for 89 is a closed mouth. It just looks so good with a closed mouth. I like the Super X Extra. I I wouldn't buy this just to get the Super X because I have other little Super X's. It's not the highest detail little Super X. It doesn't open, it doesn't close, it doesn't do any of that stuff. So it's just a fun extra that they're throwing in there, which is great. But yeah, I'm all for it. Obviously, it's like you said, my second favorite suit from one of my favorite movies. But so yeah, I'll definitely get it. I don't know if it's going to be a store exclusive yet. Haven't heard that yet, but I'm kind of leaning towards it. It's going to be some store exclusive only. So and this one's great. This one's great. I like that the heads are more straight up, and he's a lot bigger. I did see a picture online on one of the groups that someone put the 91 Godzilla next to this new Mecha King, and it looks good. It looks good. I'm actually surprised at how big they made it. It might be just because of his posture, but I'm all for it. I like that you got one open, one closed mouth for the heads. Coloring looks great. Detail looks great. So and the size looks good too. So I'm all for this. Like I'm on the Bandai train right now. So
yeah,
I'm getting all the Bandai. So.
What about you, Joe?
Yeah, I don't really have much else to say than what Eric did. It's great to see these more updated designs, figures released. I'm excited for it. I really don't got much else to say. I collect it all, so eventually I'm sure it will wind up in my collection. And Nathaniel, I don't think it'll be Hiya, but I think you might have some luck in a company that like Seismic or Titanic with your King Kong.
For sure.
Maybe not this year, but I would be surprised if a company like Seismic didn't tackle Kong.
Yeah. Jordan?
You guys know I hate this Ghidorah, but I need this figure.
How do you hate this Ghidorah, but you love chicken feet?
I don't know.
Yeah, right? Yeah, right? What is,
91.
I don't get it.
91 Ghidorah.
I think the 91 Ghidorah looks fantastic.
No, sir, I don't like it.
I need to know why, though.
Yeah, you got to.
Oh,
why don't
I don't
you
know.
like
It's just
real quick.
I'm not a fan of the overall design. I like the curved horns, the mane, the frills on the side of its head, and maybe it also has a lot to do with being biased a little bit, being that.
Right on, Alex. Jordan likes eating chicken feet.
Maybe it also has to do with being biased that my first movie was Ghidorah the three-headed monster. So I'm not a fan of the design. And of course, the origin is not making him alien. I was just like, oh man. Of course, you're gonna throw, but GMK Ghidorah is not an alien either, so that logic goes out the way. Yes, I get it. But the movie obviously is night and day to what Godzilla versus King Ghidorah was. So yeah. But outside of that, this figure is 10 times better and way more impressive than any of the more common Bandai molds that we've gotten for Mecha King Ghidorah. The fact that we're actually getting some more Mecha Ghidorah stuff out there is neat. I own little to zero Mecha King Ghidorah stuff, but this one I'll definitely be on for. Alongside the 89, I would really want to pair that up with my Bandai Movie Monster Series by Alante, so I can't wait for that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Right, and Alex.
Maybe we'll get a demonstration one day, Alex.
Are not wrong, Alex.
We'll have to dissect that one day, Jordan, for sure.
Yeah. And of course, from our friends at super7.com, we have the Final Battle Godzilla in the Ultimate Series line for Super 7. We already did get Godzilla in this line, but this actually does come with quite a few accessories. Legit, probably like right before Godzilla's getting ready to try and kill destroyers, probably where I believe they got inspiration from the scene from. As you see, we got the smoke effects, the lighting effects coming off his chest. Quote, this is a cool little promotional shot. And this thing is, I want to say, correct me if I'm wrong, Eric, or anybody, please. This is Super 7's first light up figure.
Yes.
So I wonder how this is going to go and how this is going to look once it's in hands. But Eric, I think I think you're the one that sent this. So what's your thoughts on this figure?
I applaud the different approach to this. I really do, because it's something different from Burning Godzilla. It's not just your typical Burning Godzilla. We've talked about him a lot this year. Obviously, it's an anniversary year. And obviously, it's one of the most popular iterations of Godzilla. But I like that they did something different, more of an exploding type, with the effects coming out of his body. You see the cut on his shoulder from Destroya when he did his horn beam thing with Jigger. So I applaud that. I like that. I like a different take on what we have. It breaks it up and it makes it a little bit more unique, and wanting to get this kind of stuff. But I'm not a fan of light ups. I don't envision it being too great, because this is their first, and everybody's first is always kind of a, working through kind of the hiccups and getting everything correct. So I'm going to pump the brakes on how well the light up is going to be, just for the simple fact that this is their first. So they're going to have to perfect it for sure. But if anybody loves this, definitely go and grab it, because I just love the different take on it. And, I applaud them for at least trying something different. So, and it will be a little bit more. Usually their ultimates are like 85. I believe this is 100 or 105, because it is a light up. So it is a little bit more money for this figure. So,
yeah, that makes sense. I get that. Jordan, I know you love the 95 suit. Or the 95 movie. So what are your thoughts on this figure?
I mean, I love how different it is, with the obvious approach of making it the final battle version with, Eric already mentioned it, the battle scars, the effects, the particles coming out of him.
Always.
The melting dorsal plates. Yeah, the entire body is coated in glitter.
Oh yeah, and I forgot about the exclusive head too.
It reminds me a lot of the GMK Godzilla that me and you have, the exclusive GMK Bandai figure that we have. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, even that being another additional piece to it, it's pretty insane. And I like the new deal that they have, where you have a month to basically get it. They have payment plan options for this, and it's I don't know if I will get it. I would probably have to wait and see a review of it or something like that. I know I'd probably have to buy it, from a secondhand individual. But I don't know. I might just shoot the shits and just get it tonight. I might get it next week. I don't know, but it is pretty cool. Of course, we're beginning a plethora of Burning Godzilla stuff to commemorate Godzilla versus Destroya, being this is its 30th, anniversary. So, yeah, kudos to Super 7. We love them. They've been on a whole nother level with their Godzilla stuff. So, just high praises to them.
Okay, Joe, what about you?
I actually think I might get it. I like it's the glitter, honestly, that sold it for me.
Yeah, I didn't realize it until that side profile one. I didn't really realize
Mm-hmm.
how glittery it was.
Yeah, I saw it in the shots. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. When they announced it or whatever. And I really like that, and I like the what I always refer to as Godzilla's final charge up, with the lights coming through him, where his power's just exploding, and he's charging up like his final beams and just laying waste on Destroya. And so yeah, I think that this will be a pre-order, and I like the final spiral ray. I think that's really cool. I'm a big fan of that. So yeah, I'll probably be getting that. But whether you decide not to, but if you do decide to, you should go to super7.com/monsters with attitude 2024 to pre-order that to help out our channel. We would greatly appreciate it. All the money does not just go into our pockets. We use it and reinvest it into the channel for great things like giveaways, special guests, and a bunch sponsoring guests for conventions and a bunch of other really cool things. So if you guys do decide to pre-order this or buy this from Super 7, please use our link. We would greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate it.
Nathaniel brought this comment up, and I think he convinced me, you know what? Maybe I could just pull the trigger on this.
I mean, not wrong.
Yeah, honestly, because I don't have any Burning Godzillas in my collection anymore currently. So I don't know. I might have to get this release, honestly, because I really got, for being Godzilla vs. Destroyer is a movie I can't go back to very often. I'm kind of on the same boat with Eric on that one. But I do like the Burning Godzilla design, and if I'm gonna add one back to my collection, it might as well be this one, because this one does have a lot of cool features, and I don't know, I dig it. And I really like Super 7 also.
Thank you, Jim, for hitting that like button. Also, if everybody could do us a huge solid, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, and share us with your friends.
Yeah.
Lewis is asking, does the blast light up?
Unfortunately, no.
Yeah,
nah. That would have, if that was something that the blast does come with, that would have sold me on getting it. But I don't think the light would be that strong enough to where it translates well with the atomic blast piece. So yeah,
Jim is confirming that no blast light up. So
Michael Sontag says you have 28 days left to get the second head.
Dude, I'm trying to work on getting the first head.
Oh, wow.
Moving on. All right, so a few more things from Super 7 as well. Their Super Kaiju series line. We have Godzilla 2002, and Eric's face says everything, and we also have another Destroyer. I've seen these lines in Walmart. I don't really collect them myself, but does anyone else pick these up whenever they see these in Walmart?
I have a couple of them. I think I'll probably get the Destroyer. I actually kind of like his face. There's something about the face on this Destroyer that just I'm digging it. So yeah, I'll probably get Destroyer. I don't know about the other ones. The Godzilla, the O2, it really the snout is very, very crocodilian. Very, like, it already kind of is, but like this one is really crocodilian.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like Gonzo.
I don't know who that is.
Jesus, Eric.
From you talking about the Muppets?
Yeah.
Oh, that's one of my favorite characters.
I'm not Norwegian.
Oh, you're welcome.
That is.
You're welcome. Or you're just uncultured, okay?
He's uncultured.
We didn't have the Muppets. I had Sesame Street.
Oh God!
It's the same thing. Holy crap.
Literally.
Holy crap. I don't. It's my 2 cents. I don't collect these, but they're cool. I love the packaging. But yeah, I agree with Joe. This Destroya looks a little menacing. Looks pretty cool, but not enough for me. My collecting. Again, it's another articulated kind of thing, so it's just kind of I don't go towards that per se. I mean, if it was a gift, okay, that's one thing, but like I'm not going to go out and willingly grab it. So
I have not seen this picture. I am absolutely getting the Destroyer. I'm very impressed with that. I think that looks
you
very
like
good.
The whole thing?
Yeah, I only saw that that front picture with him in the pack. I haven't seen this actual picture. Yeah,
okay.
The wings look a tad bit small, but other than that, I mean, I like that a lot.
Yeah, Jordan.
Besides the first 2 that came out from this wave, I have not gotten any of the others ever since. But yeah, these are cool. Kiryu Goji is definitely not it. I was looking at the Burning Godzilla, and now seeing that they're doing a Destroyer, I might get the Burning Godzilla to only have it paired with Destroyer. But
of course,
we'll see.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
This is one of those lines where I hope that it does succeed, because I feel like this is one of those lines where we could get a Gorosaurus, King Caesar, Titano. You know what I mean? Like it's like one of those lines where I could see getting some more obscure creatures faster than a normal line.
Yeah.
It's because and too, like these are only $35, people. Like these aren't like crazy expensive. Like they're pretty cheap. For a decent. I think these are about 5.5 inches, maybe 6.
Yeah. Take.
Tall wise, probably the Destroyer is probably maybe a little bit bigger. I'm not really sure. But so they're not going to break the bank, and you still get a quality figure for sure. Like, and I think these 2 new ones revert back to the original 2 that it was Burning Godzilla and I think Kiryu were the first 2 that, or no, it was 93 Mecha, wasn't it? That was the first.
Yeah, it was 93
Mecha. Came out. Okay.
He was the second.
So yeah, so they're splitting up the releases to make you get all of them, because eventually, like Jordan just said, now he has to go back and get the Burning Godzilla, and that was the very first one that came out. Now this one's coming out new. So you gotta kind of be, on the lookout if you want to pair some of these guys up with each other for maybe your favorite movies and stuff. But yeah, not bad.
All right, so I know Joe hasn't had a chance to learn about Digimon, so Joe, I want you to take this one.
Well, as the number 1 Digimon fan,
debatable.
No. Jordan is
wow,
just as big, if not bigger than me. Well, in Digimon.
Yeah, you better phrase that right.
In Digimon knowledge and fandom, Jordan is just as big, if not bigger than me.
Oh, I'm bigger in other ways too, buddy.
The Mugendramon and Kyu crossover, love it, dig it. Machinedramon, Mugendramon is one of my all-time favorites, or probably my all-time favorite Digimon. So this is just amazing. I want this in a 30 centimeter line so bad. I hope with all of the Godzilla Digimon crossovers selling out so fast that they actually continue this line a little bit and expand on it and give us some different varieties, because I just think that this is amazing. Must have for me. I will be pre-ordering this. I believe it's for what? Is it open for a month?
For premium Bandai, I believe so.
Yeah.
But there's other places you could get them. There's other retailers that are trying to get a hold of it for pre-orders, such as the Japanese Godzilla site. They had Skull Greymon previously, and they're trying to get this back on their site. But I don't know what's taking them so long. That's what I'm waiting for.
Yeah, right on. I mean, definitely this is a must-have for me.
Okay. Jordan, for you, I assume you feel the exact same, correct?
You're damn right. I need this in my life.
I mean,
I was just talking about this figure to somebody the other day at work. They were huge Digimon fans. And yeah, look at that. Joe already has right there Machine Dramon displayed right next to this.
Does that mean he's the number one?
I wouldn't say all of that, Eric.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you.
No,
That's
but
exactly,
I mean,
exactly what it means.
Machine Dramon, for those that are not familiar with the Digimon name, Machine Dramon is one of the most iconic Digimons out there. So, of course, it was a no-brainer to have it fused with Kiryu. So to see this is absolutely amazing. Even when this was teased back in the Digimon live stream a while back, this was already something that blew my mind away. I was never a fan of the D for reals until these came out. I'm like, listen, I need to have these. This is a one or done deal, you know. As Joe mentioned, these been selling out like freaking hotcakes, and so hopefully Bandai Toho would see this as an opportunity to continue on to branch into this collaboration and make more out of it. We've gotten a D for real Metal Greymon. We've gotten a D for real Skull Greymon. We've gotten a D for real Machine Dramon. I think it's time to really go big or go home with this one. And I would love to see a 30 centimeter War Greymon. I would love to see a 30 centimeter of just any of these. Because that is the one character we're missing in this collaboration is War Greymon. The only thing that they have him in is the promotional art for the Tamagotchi game amongst, everybody else that's here. But yeah, it's a dire need. I'm waiting for this to get on the Godzilla Japanese site so we're able to play this on Bandai.
What the hell was that?
Was that Frankenstein?
Unidentified black man. That's unidentified black child.
Oh God. But yeah, I cannot wait for this. Mr. Stalapi.
Well, as the third fan in this group of Digimon, I really do like this a lot. Actually, I was just talking to Joe about this recently that I had missed out on the Metal Greymon, and I had an opportunity to get one on Bandai this morning, and I passed on it because of everything going on with international shipping and all that stuff. And now I wholeheartedly regret it. And just because they're making these so limited, it really sucks. Not even talking about the shipping. We're talking about like how readily available these things are. And with Premium Bandai, they do not like us over here. Yeah, they have their site and they have our site, and our site sucks. And all the good stuff is on their site. So you got to use a third-party proxy to buy stuff and get it over here, which really, really sucks for us. So I really do want to collect the 3 defos for sure. I think that's just a cool mashup. It's something that has been talked about for a very long time as fans of either franchises, because it's just a kind of a natural kind of transition mashup that just kind of makes sense. Mm-hmm. And they look awesome. Like the people who are sculpting these defo reels are masters, man. So I'm all for this. I want to get this. I want to get all 3 of them for sure. Yeah, maybe I'll talk to you, Jordan, and maybe you can put in an order for me or something. I don't know, but I need to start getting these guys. I don't want to pass up on them anymore because I feel like I'm going to miss out on them. So but yeah, that's coming from the third guy here in the party. So
Jordan, I might have you order it for me too. I'll send you the money.
Yeah. I already have something that's making its way over here to Connecticut.
yeah, it's probably the Metal Greymon, you son of a... Exactly. Yeah, shut up. I know. I know it's already shipping. Okay,
it could be another muck. It could be another muck.
No, it's not. It's not. Don't
It
even.
could be
Okay? We'll talk after the stream. Okay.
It could be a toothbrush. It could be a toothbrush, bro.
Don't you?
Oh,
no,
stop
don't
it.
you even.
It could be the original Godzilla toilet paper holding thingamajigger. I don't know. It could be that.
No, don't even with me.
Okay. But yeah, just fingers crossed. I really want. I think I'm speaking on behalf of everybody. We really want this to like really blow up. We want more out of it. They've already been doing wonders with this, and so yeah.
All right, moving on.
Moving on now. To
Lewis.
Gam.
Lewis, don't worry. Well, maybe he'll return next week if he's good enough.
If he
And to answer that question, kids, they're beating him up right now.
I hope so. Well, yes, the best Gamera film of all time.
Gamera.
Bar none.
Well, since I know this is one of your favorite kaiju films of all time, you take this one. Tell us what we got here.
It is. This is amazeballs. This is coming out from CCP in Japan. Are these the medium size or are these the small size?
I believe these are the smaller ones.
Okay, so these are about the like 5-inch centimeter kind of guys. But obviously it's Gamera 2, Advent of Legion. These are amazing. I don't collect CCP, but I might have to get like just a pair of these because these just look awesome. I like Adrian said, this is my second favorite kaiju film of all time. It is up there. It is such a good movie. The monsters are great. The action's great. The story's great. I mean, the queen of the monsters herself. I don't care. I'll argue anybody with that. She is a real queen. Mothra is a poser, and she has been dethroned. So, yeah. So this looks awesome. I'm definitely all for this. I think CCP has a lot of other Gamera stuff coming. I think we saw some of that stuff at Wonderfest. They have a big 30-centimeter Gamera Rebirth coming, which looks amazing. And I think they're even making bigger ones of these guys into their like medium size, which I think is like 7-inch, I believe, or so. So yeah, I'm all for this. I mean, sign me up. I'll be on the lookout for this. And I think there's a normal Legion, and then there's a battle damaged Legion, where she actually changed her colors of her eyes, and then it's when Gamera ripped off her nose point thing, wherever that thing is. So yeah, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, absolutely, Alex. They're killing it for sure. Friend to all children, we all love Gamera. Absolutely. And we just had our Gamera 60th anniversary talk, so check that out in the archives. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Oh, we got a translucent. That's I like.
Yeah,
that looks beautiful. Oh, I might be looking for that in the Gamera.
Yeah.
Translucent Gamera. That would. That's nice. I'm sold.
Joe, what about you?
For the in light of the time, I will just echo everything that Eric has said. Looks great. I'll probably buy it. Don't know if it's my second favorite kaiju film of all time, but it's a great film nonetheless, and very excited for this release.
Okay. Jordan?
That's it. That's it.
That's it. He goes.
I'm on the hunt for these too. I own a few CCP figures. Recently I got one of their GMK CCP figures. So to throw some Gamera love, I need to get this. This is the first Gamera movie I've ever owned. It's my favorite Gamera movie of all time. So hell yeah, I'm gonna be diving into these.
All right.
Ooh, Alex, you'll have to let me know where you pre-order these, man. I wanna pre-order these.
Yeah, same.
So yeah, hit me up with a private message.
And then for the last thing, of course, we gotta talk about our friends here at Galloping Ghost. We got the newest model clips coming from Dot Mac himself, Godzilla Jr., 1965, and also one more that's not in this picture, but you'll see it in here in a second. Now, of course, I know all of us don't collect model kits, but we're getting Jordan on that train. Me and Eric have been harassing him to get more model kits. This 65 looks absolutely fantastic. Eric, I know you got more information on this, so I'll sit here for a second. Let you have fun.
So, yes, this is from Galloping Ghost Kaiju Kobo. They make Godzilla kits here in the States. They license them to the FO shows in Japan, and right now it was going on this weekend. So you had until today, end of today, to get your invoice in, your pre-order in for one of these model kits. If you wanted it, you had to directly message and hit up Doc Mac of Galloping Ghost, so you can private message him on Messenger and tell him that you would like to put a pre-order in for these, because they're basically they're connected to the show. So whenever the show takes place, they can only take pre-orders then and that time. So it's a very limited window. I think this went up on like Wednesday or Thursday this week. So you had about 4 days to get your pre-order in. I know it's a very small window, but we posted this up directly on our socials. So please, if you are a fan of this stuff, or you want this kind of stuff, any other news, please follow us on all of our socials so you're up to date on news like this, so you can get a chance to get this stuff. He might have extras. If he puts in an order of extras, he might have some to sell. But then again, when they do another show in Japan, they will get the licensing for you to be able to order these again. And he would put out that notification, which in turn, we would put out that notification. So yeah, these are great figures. This is a 30 centimeter figure of the 65 Godzilla, which we don't get enough representations of. And he has other things in the works for 65. So if you're a fan of that movie in particular, be on the lookout on our social medias, because you're going to see it. This here is a 30 centimeter Godzilla Jr., another suit iteration of Godzilla that we just do not get anything of. So they did their own. They made a 30 centimeter kit of Godzilla Jr. It is all resin, and don't let resin scare you. It is not as fragile as you think. Ask Jordan; he can be attest to that. And it's just a great figure, a great representation, a great design that they made. And there are so many artists in our community that if you're not a good painter or person to assemble these things, hit one of them up, and they can take care of you and stuff. So if you don't know who to hit up, hit us up personally, and we can point you in the right direction. So just some great stuff that Galloping Ghost, Kaiju Kobo, and Doc Mac is doing. And here is a 30 centimeter Godzillasaurus from Godzilla 91, which is really great. Another thing that we don't get any representations of. So they're kind of trying to tackle monsters, characters that we just don't get any love, at all. And they're taking fan requests. They're listening to the fans, and they're just kind of putting out stuff that people are really wanting and haven't been able to get from these bigger companies that are not focusing on these other iterations and representations of this stuff. So it's pretty awesome to see and hear. So I'm excited for all this stuff. So especially their other stuff coming up. You got another one?
I sure do. The one you mentioned a moment ago. Yes, you do.
Aha! And like I said, more love for the 1965 movie. We are getting the sleeping Godzilla when he's being transported by the Exilian ships to Planet X. And yes, you're going to get the globe, the ball, whatever you want to call that thing. You're going to get that around the figure, and they're actually going to connect lightning on the top, and they might even have the Exilian ship connected to that. So this is going to be a very tall figure overall, just because it kind of keeps going up on its layers. But I mean, tell me no one has ever wanted something like this in their collection. That represents that iconic scene in that movie. And man, oh man, this just looks amazing. And they're still perfecting it, but this is coming pretty soon. And of course, his buddy in arms will be right behind them. You know, the big chicken wing himself. You know, he'll be coming too in this pose also. So be on the lookouts for that, because there's a lot of stuff coming down the pipeline for Galloping Ghost, Kaiju Kobo. They're doing some awesome stuff. So yeah, definitely keep a lookout for them and stuff that we post. So.
Good stuff.
Good stuff.
Jordan, does any of that stuff interest you picking up? I think if I get anything, I really do want the 65, 30 centimeter, but I know the Xbox is perfection for me, so I'll probably just get Godzillasaurus. But what about you, Jordan?
I want this right here. It's so unique and different, and shout outs to Doc for tackling this. I can only imagine how much of a headache this may be to try to get something that you want to perfect, but nonetheless, this is awesome. All the other previous ones that were mentioned just now, they're all amazing sculpts, and just a great send off to those specific iterations of Godzilla. But this 65, oh my god, with the Rodan too, oh man, it's almost a crime to not have them together, you know. So this is the one I'm really going to be gunning for.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Joe, I know you're not a big model kit guy. You don't have any at all, but do any of these kind of tickle your pickle a little bit?
Yeah, I mean this one right here in the flying bubble for sure is super unique and beautiful and well done. But yeah, I'm just not a model guy. I will never buy them and have somebody assemble them. It'll be a type of thing where if I go to a show or something and they're pre-made and already painted and all of that, I will buy. But yeah, they're beautiful. They're great. All the success to Doc. Doc is a friend of ours, friend of the show. Deserves all the success that he has had, is having, and deserves all the success in the future as well, because he's a good, solid dude. And we love Doc. So, yeah, more power to him. I hope all of this stuff is just super successful and sells out for him.
Yeah.
If there's a line that I'd love to see him tackle, it's definitely the Rebirth of Mothra line.
Yes.
I would kill to see a Rainbow Mothra, or even like any of the villains, specifically Grand Ghidorah and Cretaceous. I'd even love to see a primitive Mothra larva done by him.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, but that's all we got for today. Unless anyone had anything else that they want to bring to the table, that's all I got.
Well, I guess we'll have to cover this on another stream, but we have to talk about that new short that was dropped, that teaser for Godzilla Day, on another time, and get kind of our opinions kind of dissect that, what we expect. But that was a big thing that happened, as we the weeks of us having our monthly show, that big news drop, just knowing that we're going to get another new trilogy or series, whatever you want to call it, that's starting again on Godzilla Day. That's going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, we'll definitely tackle that on the next Let's Talk, and we can talk a little bit more since there was so much to go over this time. So,
for sure.
So yeah,
and we should also talk about the new Power Rangers web series, officially licensed.
Yep, absolutely.
Next time, but I guess I will get my plugs in real quick since we're wrapping up. Next Tuesday, a week from this Tuesday, September 16th, the 1998 Godzilla suit actor will be joining us for an interview, Mr. Kurt Carley. That's going to be really exciting. He's also worked on many other franchises. I'm sure you know of. Specifically for me, what I'm excited for is he plays some of the Lycans in Underworld, which I'm a big fan of the Underworld movie.
Really?
He does, yeah. Among many others, which I'm sure we'll dive into. So check that out. Kind of a return. We've been off for a couple months. That's kind of my fault with the birth of my son. Has kind of taken up a lot of my time, obviously. So trying to ease back into the interview thing with Mr. Carley. I'm very excited to sit down and talk with him. He was at this year's G-Fest. Super nice guy. Excited to chop it up with him and see how he enjoyed his first G-Fest, see what movies he enjoyed, maybe didn't enjoy working on. So check that out next Tuesday. That's September 16th, and that is going to be 7 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern, I think it is. So we'll have it up in the coming days. So
yes,
okay. That's it. That's all I got.
And of course, on September 19th, at least as of right now, not September 19th.
No.
The 21st.
Thank
21st. Sorry, got my dates mixed up. September 21st. We'll be discussing me and my buddy JoJo's, one of our favorite Godzilla movies of all time, Godzilla 1985. Cannot wait to deep dive into that, get everyone's thoughts and opinions on that beautiful, beautiful, beautiful movie. And I have some surprises for giveaways. I'm still getting everything together, but once I have it, be ready, guys. And be there for the show to be able to have a chance to win the giveaway item.
Just one quick, Lewis is asking, when is Godzilla Day? It is November 3rd. November 3rd, every year, that is Godzilla's birthday. That is when the original 54 movie dropped in Japan. That is his birthday. And you will definitely be on the lookout for us because we put on a extravaganza event for Godzilla Day. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So
Lou, Godzilla Day for us is WrestleMania.
Absolutely. WrestleMania Day.
Yeah, it's a lengthy show, but one that I would recommend anybody to tune into. So yeah.
Absolutely. Tell me, just drop this little bit of knowledge on us that it'd be in a different location in Japan this year. Interesting.
I'm sure they'll do that just to kind of go around the country and stuff.
Yeah,
so.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Also, don't be a hoe. Share our show.
Yes, as Captain Gordon says, don't be a hoe. Share the show. And as always, everybody's opinions matter, good, bad, or indifferent. Just remember to embrace the attitude.
Embrace the attitude. Yeah.
And all.